Deep in the very heart of the country lies a forest. On the surface it may seem like an ordinary place. Grand old oaks, elms, and maple trees grow to enormous heights. Leaves crunch below your feet at all times of the year. But, legend has it, this seemingly ordinary forest is in fact haunted. The locals call this place Spook Hollow due to its single trail marked with a sign dubbing it Spook Trail that loops around the outskirts of the forest center. The legend of Spook Trail has been passed down through the generations, but what is it about this place that spawned so many theories and legends?
Me? I've lived here for years, as have my family before me. This place has been in our family for generations. When I was a kid, I was convinced that the forest was haunted. I mean, can you blame me? There's a path through the woods that's literally called Spook Trail. The forest can be a creepy and spooky place in the dark, after all. Every branch creaking in the wind, the distant howl of a wolf, brief movement of a shadow nearby. As I got older, I realized that it was probably just my imagination, but every now and then I get a prickly feeling in the back of my neck when I'm too near Spook Hollow or a step foot on Spook Trail. Like there's just something out there, lurking just out of sight.
Not everyone shares the belief that the legendary Spook Trail is haunted, though many locals claim they have seen ghosts, heard werewolves, and even spotted a witch flying overhead while walking the trail. There are just as many skeptics of the hollow's supernatural properties. Spook Trail? Haunted? What a load of nonsense. I mean, sure, I've walked the trail a few times to see what the hype was about, but, the ghost? Nothing more than a plastic bag drifting through the breeze. Good grief, doesn't anyone recycle anymore? The werewolves? Never seen one. Yes, I've heard the howling, but that doesn't mean there are werewolves out there. And you can make sounds out of anything nowadays. Now, I'm not saying that the ghosts and the hauntings aren't real, but Spook Trail? I've seen scarier things during a high school production of Cats.
Spook Trail, you say? Can't say I've ever heard of it. Oh, you mean that trail? I just call that normal trail. Nothing strange or spooky about it. Just your standard, everyday, run-of-the-mill, average, non-haunted forest. You know, trees, leaves, a fallen branch or two. Completely normal. Nothing but cute little bunnies and squirrels living in that forest. Yep, everything's normal. Is that it? Can we go now?
Despite the skeptics, there remains a small but adamant group of supporters that insist this trail is haunted. Many of the most vocal on this theory are those that are the smallest and purest of heart, the children that live near Spook Hollow.
You have to believe me, all the legends are true. At first I thought it was just some silly, made-up kids' tale that adults told kids to get out of the forest, but I found this. Legends and Spells of the Forest. Spook Trail is one of the oldest and most haunted trails in any forest. No living mortal has lived to tell the tale of the true terrors that lie within its depths. Once the haunting is summoned, it's right here, and don't tell me this book is fiction. It doesn't even have a fiction label on the side. And there are more than just legends and tales in this book. There's also real magic. Like, look at this. Vanishing spell. Make any object disappear with this simple spell. From the heart of thine self, I banish thee into thine abyss. See? It worked! This book is real. I've tried a few more and they all work. And tonight I'm trying out the last spell in this book. Summon the Haunting of Spook Trail. Notice, this spell is not for beginners, only for expert spellcasters who have used many spells before. And I'm trying the spell out tonight.
We followed the child to the outskirts of Spook Hollow, anticipating what was about to happen. Were we about to witness the terror firsthand?
It says here, summon the ghosts and witches of the ancient forest to activate the Haunting of Spook Trail once more. Not recommended for beginners, outside use only. Okay, here we go. This haunted trail, home of witches, werewolves, and ghosts, lies in ruins long forgotten by its previous hosts. Reignite that spark that faded throughout the years. Bring forth the terror, screams, and fears.
Here, my boy. Oh, hello. Maybe you can help me. I've waited 135 years to be summoned back to the haunt after being cursed to live a normal, mundane life amongst the humans. But no one ever sticks around long enough to help me once the haunt begins. I just want someone to help me with my arts and witchcrafts.